y'all? Y'all hear the music? It's Sunday, September 15th, 2024, in the year of our Lord. It's high off the glass, y'all. OThaGreat in the building. How y'all living? I am happy to be here. I almost thought it wasn't going to happen because I couldn't get a hold of my esteemed guest today, but it is happening, and we are joined today. I am super excited about this. Met these young folks down at, Paint Louis a couple weeks ago. Paint Louis is always an amazing time. It's always an amazing spot, amazing event, 3-day event. Murals being painted by sick artists, and then you have people that just walk around. I'll tell you right now, somebody like me who has a podcast, it's a content fountain. It's just nothing but content is down there. And this is some beautiful content I got with these folks. Everybody, welcome Kyng Scales in the house, y'all. Welcome Kyng Scales in the building. What up, y'all? How y'all doing today? All right, we're gonna start. I'm gonna start with the youngest. Well, not the youngest, but I'm gonna start. Matter of fact, Kyng, you kick us off. Kyng, you are one of the owners of Royal Scales. Please introduce your cohorts here.
My name's Kyng. I'm here with Royal Scales. I got Janelle next to me, and I have Rondell across the table. Right, Rondell's co-owner, also handler.
What up, man? There it is.
Janelle is the handler of lizards. She makes sure she takes care of all lizards, alligators, anything with 4 legs.
Wow. Okay, this is crazy. All right. So from what you said, you're gonna do most of the talking. Do any one of y'all want to do any talking? Yeah. You gonna?
Between me and Rondell.
Okay, between y'all two. Okay. So first off, where y'all from?
St. Louis.
St. Louis, born and raised. Cool. Yep. All right, that's what's up. Just do me a favor. Can you close that shade for me? The street is distracting. I appreciate it. All right, so y'all from St. Louis. And Janelle?
I'm from Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, East Coast. There we go. Hey, we give it up. I'm from the East, so we love that. There you go. We what part of Penn? York. Oh, okay.
By Pittsburgh, Harrisburg.
Right. I've heard of it. I don't know why I've heard of it, but I've heard of it. Right.
It's really small.
Okay, that's what's up. Okay, so, and Rondell, you're from STL?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what's up.
Born and raised.
Are is anybody related here?
That's my brother.
Okay, so y'all brothers.
Yep.
Okay, so was this how it was in the house back in the day? Like y'all just really wanted reptiles, couldn't get them, or y'all would see snakes and try to bring them to the crib? How did this work?
It was basically exactly that. We couldn't have them in the house. Our mama was terrified of
Yeah,
snakes.
black folks don't fuck. Black mamas don't fuck with this shit.
No, not at all. Not even remotely. Keep it outside. Come on, man.
Right.
I'll keep it in my room.
Right.
Nah, if it get out, then what?
Yeah. That kind of sounded like the text I sent to Kyng before the show. I was like, please bring such and such animals and do not let them run around the studio. You know what I'm saying? And here's the thing. Is that all black folks? No, but it's the majority of us. Okay, I get that. Mm-hmm. Kyng, was it the same for you? And I'm assuming you, Kyng, you're the older brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay, bet. So was that kind of the deal? Like
you said, black moms, they ain't with it.
Yeah.
She support us now because it's not in the home.
Yeah.
But, when it's in the home, if it ain't a dog, you might be lucky with that too.
Right. That's true.
Yeah.
That's
it. So
black folks here, we don't do too many animals in the house. We ain't domesticated or not. It don't matter. Okay, but here's the thing. Rodents as well. Rodents is like you guys keep, well, not, but you got to have the rodents to feed the snakes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We gonna say we keep live food.
Okay. At a distance? What's that about?
We don't keep them close to the reptiles.
Oh, no, of course, because they'll smash. Yeah, they'll smash them all.
We keep them a little further away from home and things like that.
Okay.
Than we do with the reptiles. Rodents get out, it's a
problem. Yeah. Right. And see, that's the thing, right? See, I can do this. Like, this is cool to me. I can touch it. You know what I mean? Oh, this feels so dope. Okay, first off, let's do this. What animal are you holding, Kyng?
Burmese python.
Burmese python. And the head is way down there. Cool. Let's make sure the head don't get hurt. He is checking stuff out. Janelle, what are you holding, sweetie?
A pied ball python, and then a bearded dragon on my shoulder.
Oh my goodness, that is
I
ill.
didn't even see the bearded dragon.
Yeah, I mean, and then Rondell, what are you holding? It's Rondell, right?
Rondell.
My bad. I gotta get this right. I'm a smoker, bro.
No, you
all right.
Rondell.
Rondell.
Red tail boy.
Okay, and what is it?
True red-tailed boa.
Woo! Now boas to me was always my favorite. Those were always my favorite back in the day. This is my thing, right? Because I can do this. I can do this. I can watch you guys. Y'all can have these close to me. I'm not tripping off it. I can touch them. I can even hold one. But if you had a rodent in here, I couldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So like, how did this like kick off for y'all when you guys were kids? Like you just, like boys do playing in dirt, you see this and then boom, you're hooked? Or was it a specific thing that happened? Like what was it?
For me, it was curiosity.
Okay.
Why are they so dangerous? And the movie that harmed me helped me, Anaconda. We all know Anaconda.
That whack ass fake movie. Yeah, right on.
right.
Super
but
fake.
It harmed us, but it helped me at the same time. That curiosity of like, they cool. Like I want to understand them more.
That's what's up.
And like I said, from every chance I got, go pick one up. I'm gonna play with it. I'm
gonna
touch it.
Yeah, so. That is what's up. Rondell, what about you?
So basically, I went to a cousin's house one time and I saw a snake, and I was just curious. Honestly, he was like, it don't bite or whatever, and he picked it up, and so I'm like, okay, well, if he picked it up like that, then it can't be harmful.
Yeah.
Once I picked it up, now I asked my mom, can I get one? She like, nah. And then I became an adult. I bought a couple snakes and started from there.
Bet. That's what's up. Now, when you bought snakes when you grew up or whatever, were you and your brother teamed up or were you separate at this point? Like what was?
So at the time that I actually bought my first 2 snakes, we wasn't teamed up. We didn't even have a business going at that time.
Wow.
So
okay.
It actually started because with both of us being so interested in snakes, I bought 2 snakes, and then he's like, I had this snake that looked way better than that, and so he like, I know I can get a snake that look way better. I'm like, oh yeah, show me. So we started like this little friendly, family competition. About who could get the best snake.
Yeah.
And then one day we walking downtown, and people kept stopping us and asking us like, what's up with your snake? What kind of snake is that? So we like, all right, so many people don't know about it. Let's just go ahead, capitalize, and start an educational business, and started from there.
That's what's up. And so it jumped off to a competition between y'all, bro. Like that's what it was. Like I can outdo such and such with the snake.
That's exactly what it was.
My snake is better than yours. My snake is bigger than yours.
Wow, that is.
It's to this day they have them competitions.
I believe it, and that's funny how and it's the most smallest. With my man, it was the Anaconda movie, and then it makes sense. Brothers and brothers always have rivalries, and the rivalry became who could get the biggest, coolest snake. Wow, that's dope. Okay, was Dad in the home?
When he felt like it.
When he felt like it? I know how that go. All right. What was his take on this?
If he was there.
Yeah.
So
okay.
absent that,
it didn't matter.
Had no take.
Right, right. Okay. And so what was, okay, so you said going over to your cousin's house. This is crazy. So, but I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to wrap my head around, like, because I never get flustered doing an interview, but I'm trying to wrap my head around, like, why do y'all want to hold them? Like, what does that mean? Like, to have it around you, have it around your neck, and you got a straight boa, you have a python, like, you've never worried about it?
Let me say this. So, a lot of people say that you got to be a little bit off to own a reptile, right?
Right.
And it's some truth to that, but in the same sense, it's also not as negative as people say it is.
Yeah.
Snakes are really therapeutic, and they're hypoallergenic, so you can't be allergic to them other than being bit.
Wow.
And since we don't have any venomous snakes, our snakes are pretty friendly. They used to being handled and held, and so a lot of the times and this is something we teach in our educational course as well,
right,
they can be used to calm your nerves. You know what I mean? So you get some people who need to be stimulated by tapping their leg or flipping a pencil in their hand. Well, with a reptile, you get like that live action of getting that release. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what it is for some of us. And it's therapeutic. It feels good.
Now, and I was just about to catch on that, because how is... Oh, he messing with that chair. How is having a snake on you therapeutic?
Some people deal with anxiety, right?
Okay.
Some people deal with loneliness. So depending on the person, snakes are good companions.
Okay.
They can ease your mind.
Okay.
And also, people that like attention. Snakes cause a lot of attention in the area. So
right.
It's so many different variances as far as why they're helpful. It's really about each person. Like I said, I have have a sister who deals with depression and anxiety, and the snake calms her.
Right.
So she was actually petrified of snakes.
Right.
We started, teaching her about them, and she became really calm. She actually purchased one, and then it became her partner.
Okay.
Like I said, also have a friend who loves attention.
Yeah.
Okay? Attention whore, to say the least.
Yeah, I think.
When you walking around with a 8-10 foot snake,
Right.
Some people going to stop for negative reasons. Some people going to stop for positive reasons.
Yeah.
They're going to give you the attention that you're seeking. But
Exactly.
It's positive attention.
Right.
Which keeps you out of trouble as well. So like it's so many different ways that they're helpful. Me personally, anxiety, they just hang around with me. It's like my little partners. Like,
Right.
I treat all of them like my kids. I'm like, all right, I had you out yesterday. I got to go get another one out.
Yeah.
Just slowly rotate through.
That's what's up. Okay. Before I go any further, got to mention High Off the Glass is powered by STL Cannabis Club in the Cola Lounge. You guys can see it up there on the monitor. STL Cannabis Club is amazing. And the Cola Lounge is the only cannabis lounge in Missouri where you can come, you can purchase, you can blow your green, you can relax, you can get work done, use the Wi-Fi, watch a movie being streamed, get your ass whooped in what is it? Take a soccer foosball down in the basement. What is it? They got board games. I mean, whatever you want to do, you can do it at Cola Lounge, 2834 Cherokee Street, St. Louis, Missouri. Make sure you guys check them out. Cola Lounge is amazing. All right, so since you brought that up, and I couldn't wait to ask this, because you told me over the phone, and I'm confused. Again, how many animals do y'all have?
It really depends on. So animals total about 80 plus.
80 plus, and that's between all three of y'all.
Correct.
Okay, now how are these animals? How are these animals stored and taken care of?
So we both have separate buildings on our plots of land. Basically, we got two large areas. Like he got a large house, I got a large house, and we both got large garages on our property. So we basically transformed our garages into reptile enclosures, and we built custom enclosures to house each reptile.
What?
So when we buy a different reptile, we just build a new enclosure.
What?
Yeah, and he got a 2-story garage, so we got one quarter of that garage is used for like the rodents and things like that, which is to piggyback off the point he made earlier, separate from his house from the reptiles.
Yeah.
And then the rest of it is used to house majority of the other animals.
So you guys keep the reptiles in your garage.
Garage and house.
Garage and house. Wow. And you both have your own separate bigger homes, and you have your own land? Mm-hmm. Wow. Okay. Now I gotta ask this. What did y'all do? What did y'all do before this? Like how did you all, because here's the thing. Let's keep it a buck. Having reptiles is an expensive endeavor. You know what I'm saying? Yes. That's not a cheap hobby, ladies and gentlemen. So like, how did y'all? What paid for this?
Well, I'm a tattoo artist. I still tattoo. So.
Nice. That's dope.
That's what.
That's dope. Tattoo business. Yes, okay, right on it. It does pay. What about y'all?
Blue collar. I was in offices, working for corporations, things like that. I got tired of the 9 to 5, honestly. I got tired of being on somebody else's schedule. Yeah. And I knew I had a love for something, and it's something that I could also, and we do, get our children involved with. Right. So it was super easy to transition. I was like, you know what? I appreciate y'all. I'm done helping y'all with y'all dream. Now it's time to chase mine.
Right. So, more like you working for offices, so that's more like white collar. Okay, so you working for corporations, and that's how you got your nest egg, so you were able to do this. Okay, and if you don't mind, are you two together? Oh, okay, bet. And y'all, so y'all are married. Oh, okay, good. Well, congratulations. That's dope. Gotta get an air horn for that. Right on. How many kids y'all got?
7. Together.
7 kids? Hold up, man. Hold up, yo. What in the world? This is like that one movie with Matt Damon. We Bought a Zoo. Like y'all got a straight family. A bunch of kids. I got more than
all of our kids handle every reptile as well.
I know. I've seen your page. I've seen it, and that's one thing that Kyng said to me that I thought was interesting. He says he uses the children to disarm the people that the adults that are scared, because you see a child holding it. Oh, it's not that bad. You know, like Rondell mentioned before. Okay, so that is crazy. So 7 kids. How many reptiles just at your home?
Just in my house, about 50.
50.
50 or so.
Wow. Okay. When did you all start Royal Scales?
It was about 4 months ago.
4 months ago.
Yep.
Well, I'm catching y'all on the ground floor. Nice. Remember me when y'all blow up? Let's go. 4 months ago. What? And I get it was literally just from everybody keeps asking us when we go out how, and they have questions, this, that, and the third. We got to come with some information. Mm-hmm. Okay. Why did you want to come with information? Why not just, because you said it perfectly. There's attention whores and people that just go out with animals just to get the attention or just to be exotic and look different. Why did you all want to inform the people as well?
So this is what we deal with a lot today in a lot of events that we go to. Mm-hmm. And sadly, I hate to say it, but there's a lot of black orchestrated events that we're not allowed into because of our snakes and because our culture lacks the knowledge of them.
Right.
We're typically afraid of them.
Wow.
So we want to change the narrative just as well as you would want to change the narrative of the black culture.
Right.
We want to do the same thing with the reptiles and let people know that they're friendly.
Mm-hmm.
As long the way that we want to be respected as a culture is the same way with the reptiles. They want to be respected as well.
Right.
So we want to tie that message together and let people know that reptiles can be more of a companion and not necessarily an animal that wants to attack you at all times, you know?
Damn, that is so dope. So y'all literally are doing this so that us as a people, we can get over our phobia of these animals. Man, salute. That's amazing. Okay. Wow. All right. So how, since you guys have just started, how have you all been able to sustain yourselves, since you've been started? Like, do you have a grant? Do you have a loan? Like, how do we?
Pocket and footwork.
Wow. Okay.
It's a lot of footwork, and the footwork honestly goes hand in hand with the mission.
Okay.
That's why, like he said, we're out with our children as well.
Right.
Footwork, to let people know you don't have to be scared. Like, we walked in Home Depot and been kicked out. Walmart. A lot of events throughout the city we've been kicked out.
Right.
And that's honestly what gives us a lot more drive. Mm-hmm. And then there's also people in the community that sees, hey, you just broke my fear, and I seen that you got kicked out, so now I want to support you.
Right.
I understand how important the mission is.
Right.
So.
And I was just gonna ask that too. When y'all walk around on the street or whatever, I'm assuming that, excuse me, it's not always a well reception, for you guys. Like, they see y'all and like their first thought. I mean, like, I guess is it always something negative, or it probably ranges in the ranges of gamut? Like, how is
about 50-50.
50-50?
You got some that's gonna hate it and be petrified, and you got the other ones that's curiosity,
right,
and that love it. Just curiosity. They be like, you know what, I'm scared, but I want to break my fear, so let me try.
Yes.
And it takes them a little bit. They close their eyes and touch. Just to get their foot started. We've also had people that was petrified, but by the end of the session, they bought one.
Oh, that is dope.
And
okay.
I will admit, that's a huge, like, it's super lovely to see that. You know what I mean? It's huge motivation that comes from that when we see people break their fears in such a short period of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I know that's got to be rewarding. All right. So how does it work per se? Like you just said, you all have sessions, but before I go there, I got to ask this question. You're going into a Walmart or a Home Depot with a snake. Y'all expecting to get thrown out, ain't y'all?
Yeah.
That's the whole deal, right?
When we went to
There's times when we were like, all right, let's bet. How fast you think we're gonna get kicked out? And we each give a time, and we bet on it. All right, so 5 minutes, 3 minutes, okay, let's go.
Right.
Because we do understand how afraid the community is.
Yes.
But it's not going to change if we're not doing what we don't.
Exactly.
So we're going with the expectation, and 90% of the time we're actually okay with it.
Okay.
The only conflict is your approach.
Yeah.
If you just say, hey, unfortunately people are terrified, you got to leave. All right, no problem, we get it.
Yeah.
But if you come rude, it's like, hey, look, this could be a learning situation for everybody.
How often do you have it where they're disrespectful when they come to y'all?
Believe it or not, it more so happens. Actually, I would say it happens both in stores and in public. Like, you get some people that they got this word thing. It's like, they'll see us approaching, or they'll see us like way over there, and then they'll wait for us to walk by, and then they start reacting.
Yeah.
Or they'll purposely walk past us just to react.
No doubt.
You know what I mean?
No doubt. Yeah.
You get those type of people, and then it's always like they throw out little dirty comments like get them nasty things, you know what I'm saying? Or they get a lot more disrespectful. So I don't want to go that far, but they just start throwing out hateful comments, and then it's like, why you got to go that far? You know what I mean? It's a snake. Yeah. But it's not doing anything to you. Yeah. You don't have to walk this way. You don't have to look at it. You know what I mean? So
it's don't be scared. That's the whole point of why we doing this. What's up, Miss Lady? You definitely can. You definitely can. That is crazy. And here's the thing. Don't be disrespectful. But I get you. Here's the other thing too. You know what y'all should do? Y'all really should kind of try to, if you could. Well, you know what though? I was just about to say this, right? And I want to know what y'all think about this. There's church groups that deal directly and they worship snakes, or they use snakes in their worship. Have y'all ever heard of any of those churches, anything like that? Because what I was just thinking really is that I think the snake, the negative.
What? Alligator. It's not an iguana. Yeah. This is a bearded dragon.
Okay, if you're going to come touch, you got to be quiet, though. We're doing a live show. So come touch. You got to be quiet, man. Right on. Here's the thing. I think the negative narrative that comes with snakes, comes from the Bible. If you can get with some different churches and try to change that narrative, that'd be great. That'd be kind of tough to do, but I think that's what God supposedly that's what God did to the devil. He made he made the devil a snake. You had to slither around on the ground. I think that's what a negative the aspect comes with it. But what do you all think about? What groups are you trying to go towards? I know you're trying to educate the Black community, which we definitely need it. But like, what type of organizations have y'all reached out to or want to reach out to?
More so schools.
Schools.
Honestly, the target right now is children.
There you go.
Because it starts with them.
Oh.
A lot of us, it's embedded in our head already.
Right.
We got it from when we were children.
Yeah.
So if we can start with the children now, it'll slowly wash away.
Okay. I love her reaction. That's my KC in the building. That's his lady. She wanted to peep the stuff. You more than welcome to, sister. And I think that's the number one place y'all need to be is schools. St. Charles County, SLPS, St. Louis City. Like, kids need education on this, and then when you bring your children, oh my goodness, like that'll kill it. Okay, now give me. You all said a session. How does a session work? What is a session?
So a session is basically where we got package deals, basically. So
okay.
Package one will basically be like a shorter time period where it's 30 minutes of either a handling session where we just basically bring the reptiles to a more experienced audience to basically handle and feel the different reptiles, the different sizes, the alligators, the iguana, things that they most likely don't have at home and you can't go get at the zoo.
Exactly.
So that'll be something for like more so adults or, like I said, experienced handlers.
Okay.
Or we got a second package where it's like you include the handling with the photo shoot and the other educational side of it. So we sit there and we actually give you different details that you may have not known. So it may be like small facts about where they from, how long they live, how long they can eat, and things like that.
Right.
And then we got a third package where it's pretty much a combination of all of that, and you pretty much get the experience of the photos. You may get like keychains or other little souvenirs that we may bring. We might bring some of our bigger reptiles, like the bigger alligators, the bigger snakes, things like that. And also, we may bring more reptiles.
Right. It just depends on what package you buy. So wow.
It just depends on the package. You give us a deposit, and then we pick a date, location. We make sure that the location that you have has to be adequate to, complement our reptiles. So if our reptiles can't be there, if it's too cold, or it's just too many people where we feel like it's an unsafe environment, then that's something we have to reconsider as far as bookings go.
That's what's up. That's dope. What do you all make people sign a waiver? Does anyone have to sign a waiver to have you all be a part of their event or to show up?
Yes, they do.
Okay. Now, what does a waiver entail?
So basically, a waiver entails that you pretty much understand our rules and regulations as far as handling go, as far as the temperature and things like that. So as long as you understand and we have a proper agreement that certain things need to be met, then we can understand that, all right, our reptiles is going to be properly taken care of, and we're not going to have kids that's just reaching into bins and, touching things they shouldn't touch. And same thing with adults, because we know adults get curious too.
Yes, they do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's basically just a waiver to say that you understand all the rules and regulations and the processes of handling our reptiles to ensure that nobody gets bit or, things like that. So our reptiles don't get hurt, they don't get hurt, and we all leave happy and healthy.
Man, y'all, straight up, like, y'all, the way you all have this together, right, and have this figured out, it almost seems like y'all been doing this for about 5-10 years. You know what I'm saying? Right, I see it. Like, yo, Rob, how old are you?
26.
You're 26.
Yep.
Okay.
26.
Janelle, how old are you?
32.
32. Kyng, how old are you?
32.
32. See, y'all mad young and have got this, like, just figured out to a science. Like, I love it. Where can people go if they want to book you all? Where do they go?
Instagram. You can reach it on Instagram at Royal_Scales314.
Put a mic closer. There you go.
Sorry about that.
You can pull it to you. Yep. There you go.
So you can find us on Instagram at Royal_Scales314. You can find us on Facebook as well, Royal Scales. And like I said, we try and do a lot of footwork. We leave business cards everywhere.
Bet.
So,
Okay.
It's a lot of ways to get a hold of us now.
Email
royalscales314@gmail.com if some people don't like to call or text, old school style.
There you go.
So they can email as well.
There you go. Yep. Do that, y'all. All right, Miss Janelle, I got questions for you because you are the female of the bunch, and guess what? Y'all females are not supposed to do all this. So how was it for you coming up? Because I got a feeling that this was the same thing as these brothers. You were young and you touching stuff that girls don't usually touch. Am I correct?
For the most part, and I actually had a fear of snakes.
You
growing
did?
up because I went to camp and I got bit by gardener snake.
Oh.
So then I actually was petrified of them. So the one time when we first started getting the snakes, they took me to a store and we went to get one, and I said, there is no way you are getting in my car like that. They had a 7-foot snake and no bin, no nothing, and I said, y'all think y'all are just gonna sit next to me while I have to drive?
What? Okay,
this is one of them.
That's one of them. Okay, we got to go back a tick. So you mean to tell me, Janelle, you got with this man who was a reptile enthusiast, and you had a fear of what this man loved the most? Wow, that's crazy. But love conquers all, don't it?
We met in the middle, and we was on vacation in Florida one year with the kids. And he really found one that he really liked. It was pretty expensive too.
Right.
And he said, "Babe, can I get it?" And I said, "You know what? I guess you can." And ever since then, we kind of took off.
For real? Now, how did you ship it from Florida back to
We drive.
Oh, y'all drove.
Yeah,
okay.
travel, yeah.
Right. So did you all have kids before you meeting each other, or y'all just had the 7 together?
So I had 2.
Okay.
And then he had 1.
Okay.
And then we had.
And then y'all built the rest. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay. But what? Okay. So the first snake that y'all actually got together was the one in Florida. That's what broke the mold?
Yep.
Wow. Okay. Okay. So
we've been together since we was young. He was 19 and I was 20.
Oh, so. Okay. Help me out. So, and how'd you get from York, Pennsylvania to here? Kyng. Okay, bet. How'd y'all meet?
In Pennsylvania. I met her when I was young. So I was born here. I was partially raised here. I went to Pennsylvania. My grandmother got sick, things like that.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's when I met her when we were younger, and
okay.
It was over from there.
Wow.
Eventually, I was like, "Hey, love, let's go back to St. Louis.
Yeah.
Like, this is where I'm from. This is my family, my brother, things like that. Let's go back." And she's like, "All right, let's take that leap."
Okay.
And came back.
That's what's up. And what made you think, like, let me just uproot, my entire, my home life and go follow this man at STL?
Because all his family is here, and we was with my family all them years, and he didn't have family down there.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's time for a change. You need to be around your family as well. And
exactly.
The same way we used to come here and visit his family is the same way I said I could go back and visit mine as well.
Damn right. How long did y'all live in York?
So about a year and a half ago, 2 years ago.
Wow. Y'all been together for a good little minute. Okay, that's what's up. When was the trip to Florida where y'all got that?
2016.
2016. So you go, you do that. You drive from Florida back to York with a snake in the what kind of snake was it?
It was a ball python, and we drove in a what was we driving?
The SUV.
A Nissan Pathfinder.
And how were you on that trip?
I was fine.
Oh, you okay?
Because once they're in the bin, like we travel with it. Even when they would have bought the bigger snakes, if it was in a bin, I would have been okay. But they had it around their neck.
Yep. Yeah.
And it was a rescue at that point. Okay. So I was like, you don't even know their temperament, no nothing, and you're about to sit next to me with a 7-foot snake.
Like so that's the one y'all bought.
Yeah. So the one I have around my
neck.
You
strong. It was a rescue, and you put it around your neck.
Yeah. So like the guy, ironically, the guy that we got her from, he was like. So she was in a container with a boy as well. Yeah. A boy as well. And so the guy that we got her from, he like, I can get the boy out. He easy, but the girl, she a little mean. I'm scared of her. So like he wouldn't touch her or anything. And he already had her in a bad condition or whatever. Like he didn't have no water in her, no proper bedding.
What?
No proper lighting, no heat source, no nothing. So like she was really on edge.
And this was a snake handler?
Yeah, this was. We can call it that.
Right, even though he wasn't like properly doing it. Right. And this dude was just treating one particular snake like shit.
Basically.
Wow.
And so we went in there or whatever, and he like, if you can get it out, I'll sell it to you. So I went in there and we wrestled with it for a little bit, for probably every bit of 15 minutes.
Okay.
And once I got her out, she was calm. I, checked her temper a little bit. Slapped her right on my neck.
Whoa, okay, now help me out with that, bro. You're not just going to end it like that. Say what?
Loose screws.
Right, like a mug. What do you mean, you and Kyng, what do you mean y'all wrestled with it for a little bit?
Okay, so this snake in particular, right?
Is that one?
This snake. Yeah.
That was the one?
Yes.
So
this is so good. This is dope, man. I'm so glad y'all here.
This snake in particular, she can herself exert 26 pounds per square inch.
Oh!
So when it was like a little bar in there that she wrapped herself around. So when I say wrestled with her, we physically had to like
pull her off that bar.
Like with the boys, so like they tail is sensitive to them. You can actually break it if you bend it too much.
Ooh.
So you have to be careful in the way that you maneuver their body because you don't want to twist or agitate them any more than they already are because the snake is more afraid of you. So she was trying to get away.
I don't mean to interrupt, but how is that with an animal that strong, their tail, you can break it?
Yeah.
Well, why? Why is that? How is that?
It's a fragile part of their body. They have no real way of protecting it other than the muscle of the rest of their body.
Wow.
So that's why they're they sensitive about it. It's what they hang from when they hanging from high places and things like that. It's like they gripping mechanism.
Yeah.
So a lot of their strength comes from the back end of their tail. So
wow. Okay.
That's why it's sensitive.
Okay, so y'all pulled this thing out.
Yeah.
You got it off, and you gently pulled it off. So it probably sensed already. Okay, I'm being forced out of here, but this is a lot different than how I'm usually forced out of this cage.
Most likely, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then what?
So after we got it out or whatever, I just kind of put her on my neck. I just kept rubbing her, you know what I'm saying? And I did have to check her. She had a lot of scars, scale rot, dry scales, and she was in real bad condition.
Wow.
And
where's the scars from?
The scars, so basically when there's no bedding and there's improper moisture in the container, her scales can dry out. And so when they dry out, they don't heal. They pretty much, they become a scar.
Right.
So a lot of the scars and like dry scale patches and things like that, the white scales that you see on her, those are dry scales.
That is ill. Okay.
So like, and then she'd get like these spots and stuff down her.
That is sick. Look at that, y'all. Y'all see this? But how long have you had her now?
I had her about 3 months. So,
oh wow! So that's why she's still wow.
So yeah, she's actually since I had her, she's had proper sheds. She eats better now.
Yeah.
Now, like I said, her scars aren't gonna heal.
Yeah.
And she's most likely done growing. She'll probably get maybe another foot or two, maybe a foot or two.
Yeah.
But outside of that, I feed her right.
There you go.
She in good health and she just live a good life at this point until she kicked the bucket. So
man, I'm so proud of y'all. y'all straight doing it. This is restoring my faith in humanity right here, y'all. Y'all have no idea. All right, have you all reached out to the St. Louis Aquarium yet? Have you all done that?
I haven't thought about that.
Okay, because I mean they have exhibits that are almost what y'all are doing, and I feel like that would be someone perfect for y'all to link up with would be the St. Louis Aquarium. I know they may be a little hesitant, but y'all basically have a whole exhibit that they need at their facility. Also, too, here's a long shot. I'm saying this because I used to work down there, and they have a mini aquarium at St. Louis City Museum. City Museum may be now, especially when it was still locally owned. Owner, rest in peace, Bob Castley. He would have had y'all. He would have hired y'all in 2 seconds. But now it's an outside company. But don't let that disturb you. Director of that place is his name is Rick. He's okay. He's not the. Oh yeah, and if you guys want to call in, 515-599-1687 with your reptilian snake questions. 515-599-1687. One more time. 515-599-1687. Calling with your questions. Reach out to maybe Rick. He's the director down there. You guys should you all should hit that up. Like I think those would be perfect for you all.
We appreciate that.
Yeah, like because it's all about. It's like what Kyng said earlier, and what when him and I spoke earlier this week. It's just about getting your word out, because what you guys are offering, man. All right, so what do we have here today? Let's go over exactly what's that one.
A male American alligator.
It's a male American alligator. Wow, baby, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you mention what you have on your shoulder again.
This is Bluey. It's a female bearded dragon.
Wow, I love that. Now, when you say bearded dragon, like related to the what's the main dragon? Kokomo dragon. What's that one I'm thinking
Komodo
of?
dragon.
Kimono. There it is.
They're not related.
They're not related. Damn it.
But
All right.
I actually do have someone that's related to him here with us, so I'll grab him. You want to grab him?
Yes.
I'll show
Wow.
go grab it.
Please
Go ahead,
do.
grab it.
Yes. Right on.
What, Scarlet?
No, he
Okay.
he like to move.
You're right.
All right,
Okay.
but he's related to the Komodo dragon. We
Right.
actually have more we didn't bring, so
Okay.
we limited. But
Yeah.
we do have that. The bearded dragon is actually really related to the frilled dragon. And
Ooh.
most people know the frilled dragon from Holes.
From Holes with Shia LaBeouf. Oh, my wife
Remember
loves
the
that
one?
freaking movie.
And that's where a lot of people
She
know
loves
the
that
frilled dragons
movie.
from.
Okay.
They're cousins of them.
If my wife is watching, remember that? Yeah, you see that, babe? That's from your movie. Okay. And they're related to the frilled is related to. Okay.
To the bearded
I'm a kimono dragon fan because there was this movie that came out, The Freshman, back in 1990, and the whole thing of the movie was they were having a party. And the party was people thought that the exotic animals were going to be eaten at the party. You know what I'm saying? Like a kimono dragon, what you guys got. And it's like you had to pay a super expensive, super amount of money just to go to this thing to eat these exotic foods. But it wasn't that. They were trying to save the exotic animals. And the kimono dragon is featured heavily in that. Woo! Look at this thing right here, y'all. Goodness. YouTube, IG, do y'all see this thing? Now, what is that? That is
A blue teagle.
a blue teagle. Wow, let me get closer to that. That is sick. Okay, water bottle fill. Wow, that thing is gorgeous. Now it's related to the frill dragon. Now, what is its attributes? What does it do?
Now he's related to the Komodo.
He's related to kimono.
He's
Okay,
in
my
the
bad.
Komodo. He's considered a large lizard.
Right.
So he'll grow to be about 4.5, 5 feet.
4.5, 5 feet.
Yeah,
Wow.
so it's a big guy. They do have a nice diet where they can eat fruits, vegetables. They do eat rodents.
Okay.
We don't feed a lot of our lizards rodents.
Why is that?
Because we like to train them as far as to be dependent on us when it comes to feeding. The only thing that we give rodents are the snakes, but the alligators, the lizards, we feed them chicken breasts, shrimp, salmon, things like that. They have a feeding sound.
You give them human food.
Yes.
And why do you want the lizards to be dependent on you all for food?
It takes away the defensive, like they're not as defensive because they rely on us for food.
Oh.
Whereas when you go to Florida, they say how alligators are aggressive. That's because they have to hunt their prey.
Right.
Whereas
Right.
when I'm feeding them with the tongues or with my hand, depending on which one it is,
Yeah.
they rely on me for that food, and they no longer have the hunting instinct in them.
Because even if they
When I reach in to get them,
Bet.
they know I'm not feeding them because I never feed them in their homes. I take them out,
Yeah.
put them in either a big tub or a big bin, and I will feed them with tongues or by hand.
Right.
So that way they know it's feeding time, and I make a certain noise for them as well.
Why? Because I was just thinking, like, you can give them the mice, but then if you give them the mice, they may hunt the mice in a little bin. Yep. So I get that.
Now, every once in a while, I can give them, like, a pinky mice so they still get the calcium and everything they need, but I still don't let them hunt it. I will hold it by the tail with the tongues, and I will dangle it and make the noise so they know it's feeding time.
Exactly.
So that way they're not hunting it, and they know it's not in their home where I'm coming in to get you and handle you. Yeah. You will be in a separate container.
This is so cool. So it's almost. Go ahead if anybody want to say something.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people gonna ask this question too. Oh, what happens when they get big? We are going to keep every single animal until they pass.
Wow.
So even when that American alligator gets killed for a few, still gonna be at home.
Yeah, I mean y'all got the homes. Seem like you got the homes in the land to deal with it. Like so, yeah, do that. Okay, man, this is so. I'm blown away, man. Damn, I think I forgot my next question. What was it? This is so crazy. So you it sounds like to me you train your reptiles like I would train my dog. Is that's
very, very similar?
Wow. Like and how? So basically the same deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
And, like I said before, essentially it's a respect thing. You respect them, you respect their habitat, their nature of their instincts, and they do the same for you.
Yeah.
So like a lot of people don't understand that snakes can get aggressive if they're not treated right.
Right.
So, you know,
right.
And then when they shed, it's almost like when a female going through their period. You know what I mean? So sometimes you got to understand that a snake hissing or, you know, getting in defensive mode isn't always to attack or be aggressive. It's just to say, hey, like I'm not trying to be bothered right now.
I'm not feeling it right now. Yeah. Now, so the shedding of a snake's skin, is that a painful process for them?
No.
It is.
It can be because they're growing.
Okay.
So what they're doing is they're bursting out of their old skin.
Wow.
So anytime they're shedding, they gain some weight. They're getting bigger. It's a plus for as reptile owners. We love for them to grow, but for them it could be painful depending on the reptile. So each reptile sheds. Like, excuse me, the lizards shed as well.
The lizards shed?
Absolutely.
What?
Iguanas, the tigers.
They shed their skin?
You can see
I never knew this.
Bit of his shed just at the tip of his tail right now.
Before he came out today, I reached in his cage and he had just got done shedding, and we found like a little glove. It had his fingerprints and all.
Oh, that's hard.
And it was his arm that came down, like I could stick my pinky through it because he
that's
shedded like a whole glove.
Oh,
now for them,
wow.
So we're gonna keep
for
that.
them, it's not as painful.
Well, I'm hype. This is ill.
Yeah.
And that was today that you saw that.
Yes.
Wow.
And see, one thing we do to help our reptiles shed is if we do see them going through a hard time, we take them out, we give them a bath, and we make sure that they're, you know, cleaned and things like that. And we'd sometimes, like with the snakes, we'd take a towel that's got like a little texture to it, give them a nice warm bath, and just help, you know, take the shed off, keep it moist so it doesn't pull the scales or, you know, so it's not dry, things like that. Same thing with the other reptiles and the lizards. Sometimes if they having a hard time, we take them out and brush them with a little toothbrush. So
it almost seems like, and again, I'll go back to the domestic animal thing. It just seems like the more love you give these creatures, they give it right back.
They're going to give it right back.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. And show me, like, what? Give me an example, like the love, the animal, the love that you give the animals on a day-to-day basis. How do they give that back to y'all?
In so many ways. So, for instance, I tell a lot of people, believe it or not, snakes can protect you. Okay, so I have a 10-year-old.
I believe that.
She wraps around. She'll have a huge snake. She'll wrap it around her back. And we're in big crowds. The snake is going to watch her back, and if anybody walks up behind her back, he'll like snap, like, "Hey, back up."
Hell yeah!
So they have your back in so many ways.
Now I want a fucking snake. Man, I'm so swift.
They cuddle with you.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the alligators. You know, he sits in the living room. So the one he's in the living room. By the way.
Right.
He's my friend. He sits on my shoulder and watches TV with me.
Wow.
I have videos and pictures of it. He'll sit
the
on
baby
my
alligator that Janelle had. Wow.
He'll
Okay.
sit on my shoulder and watch TV with me.
That's what's up.
That's not companionship.
I don't know what it is.
I don't know what it is.
Exactly.
So everything that a human or a cat or a dog would do, they will do it with you.
Wow.
In the sense that you're treating them well, you're respecting them, you're giving them basic needs.
Yeah.
Like a snake. She was frustrated when we got her because she was in a box.
Mm-hmm.
If I shoved you in a closet,
exactly,
you'll be pissed off at me every time I open that closet, right?
Yeah.
But if I put you in a nice 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom house, every time you see me, you'll be like, yo, what's up, Kyng?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realize that. It's the same thing for them.
Right.
You can't put them in uncomfortable positions and expect them to be happy.
Yeah.
You put them in comfortable positions, they'll mellow out and they'll understand, oh, yeah, that's Pops.
Yeah.
Hey, how you doing,
No
buddy?
doubt.
What you doing?
You bringing me food today?
Yeah.
All right, you said 3-course meal. All right,
Okay.
buddy.
Yeah, I
You
100%
looking
get.
good.
That is so dope. Okay, we got to get up out of here pretty soon. What else do y'all have? Is that you guys bring anything else?
I don't think.
Who's over there?
I think that's it.
No, we left it. You know, I don't want to show you too much.
Oh, damn.
But
Okay.
we definitely want to come back. You know, we just continue to spread the love.
Oh yeah.
And you can follow me on Instagram at Tattoo Rondell. That's tattoo.rondell. Yeah.
There you go. Follow Rondell on there, y'all. What about Miss Janelle? Where can they find you?
I don't have social media. I
Royal Scales.
Yep.
That's where they go find
Royal
you.
Scales.
Yep.
It
Same thing. Royal Scales for me.
Oh my goodness. Yo, what where can they do you all have any events here in the near future?
Actually, so with the upcoming winter months, we are actually kind of stepping back from the events and more
Yeah.
so doing preparation, planning, and getting into schools and things like that so we can make sure our snakes are in warmer environments. So
There you go.
that's mainly what our focus has been lately because it has been getting cold and, you know, judging the weather with St. Louis, you know, it could be hot one day, cold the next, raining the next,
You ain't never lied,
snow
bro.
the next hour. You know
Right,
what I mean?
for
So
real.
we just trying to make sure we can get into our schools as of right now.
Bet. So basically any events that y'all have in the next in the near future are probably gonna be indoor events.
Correct.
Absolutely.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what we need.
Yep.
Yo, all I know is I'm gonna promote y'all just cause I dig y'all. I love what y'all are doing. I want y'all to come back. This time went by dumb fast. I just gotta say that. Shoot, let me play my man. This was it's rare when you meet a guest or you meet someone and you're like you're gonna be a 100% perfect guest for my show, and it happened with y'all. I just knew it. I appreciate y'all taking time. I want to have y'all back. There is so many different, like, I throw events for High Off the Glass, and I definitely want y'all to be at the next one I throw. I do one yearly, game one of the NBA Finals. Did one last year for the 50th anniversary of hip hop down at the Cola Lounge. Shout out to my boy B down there. Cola Lounge is the shit. And we may be doing something for the NBA season starting up. So I definitely want to have y'all on for that. And before I get out of here, I'm gonna feel stupid if I don't do this. First time, Miss Janelle. First time you ever or have you smoked cannabis?
I have,
Okay.
and it was probably when I was about like 18.
18. Okay. Have you since?
On and off, it's not a regular thing. It makes me paranoid.
Oh, it does? Oh, we can get you a strain that don't do that. Okay, right on. What about you, Rob?
I'm a heavy weed smoker.
No, that's my guy. That's my guy. There it is. Bet we can do that after the show. All right, and bet. And when was the first time you smoked?
Tell you the truth, I was probably 12.
12.
Yeah.
Wow. What the hell kind of influence were you? All right, no, it was from somewhere else, wasn't it? 12
I
years
grew
old.
up in the hood.
Yeah.
You can go outside without being surrounded by something.
No doubt. No
You
doubt.
know, so I mean,
And you been ever since you was 12, or like you came back to it, or what was the deal?
no, I mean, it's been on and off.
Yeah.
I started when I was 12, and then after I got out of high school and life started hitting me, it you know, it took tenfold after that.
No doubt. I believe it.
You know, so-
What about you, Kyng?
I can't say I do it much. All right, I've done it.
Yeah.
But man, it's been times I got high with our older brothers, and they got me so high that it made me realize that high wasn't for me.
How many brothers y'all got?
Ooh, we got a large family.
Wow. And y'all the only two that do this?
Yeah.
Oh, that's my fault. I should have asked that. Wow.
We got a
Okay.
large family.
Okay. But smoking's not your thing. It's all
I
good.
told you, they got me so high one day, like I cried because I was like, yo, I don't, like, you should.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do this no
Yeah,
more.
right.
Yeah, bro.
Like,
I'm good.
I'm
You know,
good.
they messed
I'm
it up
good.
for you. Yo, tell the folks one more time where they can find y'all.
Royu_Scales 314 on Instagram and Royu Scales on Facebook.
There it is. That's it. Yo, this is OThaGreat. This was a dope ass episode. Thank you for tuning in. Royal Scales, y'all sick. We out. Peace.